There's a force inside you, powerful, untapped, and waiting to be awakened. Right now, at this very moment, it hums beneath your awareness, influencing everything from your thoughts to your physical capabilities. But because no one has ever shown you how to access it, it remains dormant, locked away, controlling you from the shadows instead of being under your command. That changes today. By the time you finish watching this, you will have the tools to recognize, harness, and manipulate the hidden energy within you. And this isn't some mystical fantasy or abstract philosophy. This is real. It's measurable, it's trainable, and those who understand it can unlock abilities that seem almost superhuman to the untrained eye. Think about this. Have you ever met someone who could instantly shift the energy of an entire room the moment they walked in? Have you noticed how some people seem to radiate an unshakable presence, while others drain the air from a space without saying a word? That isn't just confidence or charisma. There's something deeper at play. A subtle, unseen force flows through every living being, dictating interactions, shaping outcomes, and even influencing the body's ability to heal, perform, and endure. The truth is, you've already felt this energy in fleeting moments. When you've had an unexplainable gut feeling, when your body tensed before danger, or when an intense rush of clarity or power surged through you. But here's the problem. Most people experience this energy passively, without control, letting it dictate their state rather than consciously directing it. And that's exactly why this video exists. Because once you learn how to activate this energy at will, everything changes. You'll gain the ability to amplify your physical strength beyond what you thought possible. Your senses will heighten, allowing you to pick up on signals most people are blind to. You'll learn to cultivate inner resilience, so external negativity no longer affects you the same way. And, most importantly, you'll finally break free from the unconscious limitations that have kept your true power suppressed. But don't just take my word for it. Science is already catching up to what ancient masters knew for millennia. Researchers are beginning to map out the bioelectric fields surrounding the human body. They've identified how neural signals and cellular communication generate measurable energy flows. They've discovered that emotions carry electromagnetic frequencies that can be felt by others, even from a distance. This means the energy within you isn't just a concept. It's a force that can be observed, studied, and most importantly, controlled. However, the vast majority of people will never unlock more than a fraction of their internal energy potential. Not because they lack ability, but because they've never been taught how. Schools don't teach this. Society conditions you to ignore it. And without proper guidance, most people either remain completely unaware of their own energy or struggle to access it in any meaningful way. But for those who understand the hidden frameworks of energy manipulation, the possibilities are limitless. By the end of this video, you will no longer be one of the unaware. You will walk away not just with knowledge, but with direct experience of your internal energy. Something you can feel, something you can use, and something that will continue to expand as you refine your practice. You'll discover exactly why the world's most powerful individuals, from ancient mystics to modern elite performers, guard these secrets so fiercely. And you'll realize that this is not just about personal empowerment, but about reclaiming the control over your own mind, body, and reality. The techniques you're about to learn are not theoretical, they are designed for immediate application. Throughout this journey, you'll experience key energy surges, where you'll be guided through quick but powerful methods to feel your own energy in real time. You'll also participate in interactive exercises designed to measure your progress as you go. And if you follow through until the end, you'll have access to an advanced challenge that will push your energy mastery even further. So, if you're ready to awaken what has always been inside you, if you're prepared to step beyond the limits imposed on you and experience your full potential, then let's begin. For centuries, ancient masters have spoken of an invisible force that flows through the human body, an energy that, when harnessed correctly, can enhance physical abilities, sharpen mental clarity, and even promote healing. Many dismissed these ideas as myths, attributing them to spiritual traditions or unproven beliefs. But today, modern science is beginning to confirm what these masters knew all along. You are not just a collection of muscles, bones, and organs. Your body is an intricate bioelectric system, pulsing with energy at every moment. Right now, within you, electrical impulses fire through your nervous system at incredible speeds, dictating every movement, thought, and sensation. Your cells generate electrical charges to communicate, repair, and sustain life. And beyond your physical form, an electromagnetic field extends from you, interacting with the unseen forces of the world around you. Yet, despite all of this, most people never consciously access this energy. They move through life unaware of its presence, never learning how to amplify, direct, or control it. Why? Because the systems designed to shape society, education, medicine, and even mainstream science have historically ignored or dismissed this knowledge. But that is changing, and in this section you'll understand exactly why. Everything in your body runs on energy, but it's not the kind you typically think of. It's not just about the calories you consume or the oxygen you breathe. Beneath all biological functions lies bioelectricity, the invisible currents that fuel your nervous system, brain activity, and cellular communication. Here's how it works. Your brain generates electrical signals that travel down your nerves, instructing your muscles to move. Your heart produces a measurable electromagnetic field, detectable several feet away. Every one of your cells carries a voltage, enabling them to repair, replicate, and respond to environmental stimuli. Scientists have even discovered that your emotions have an electrical signature. When you experience stress, your body releases specific frequencies of electromagnetic energy. When you feel calm, those frequencies shift. This is why emotions are often contagious. Someone's energy field can subtly influence yours without a single word being spoken. But this is just the surface level. Let's go deeper. Long before modern science had instruments to measure these bioelectric forces, ancient civilizations already understood their significance. They called it by many names. Qi. In Chinese medicine and martial arts, qi is described as the vital life force that flows through the body's meridians, influencing health and power. Or prana, in Indian yogic traditions, prana is the energy that sustains all living things, circulating through energy centers known as chakras. Ki, Japanese culture, particularly in practices like Reiki and Aikido, speaks of ki as the source of balance, strength, and healing. A vital force in European alchemy and early Western medicine. A similar concept exists, describing the unseen energy that animates the body. While these traditions use different names, they all pointed to the same truth. Within you exists a dynamic energy system, and learning to control it grants abilities beyond ordinary human limitations. But what's truly fascinating is that modern instruments are now proving what these traditions have long claimed. Researchers have discovered that the body's bioelectric field is not just a passive byproduct of physiological processes. It plays an active role in healing, perception, and performance. Consider these groundbreaking findings. 1. The heart's electromagnetic influence. The HeartMath Institute has shown that the human heart emits an electromagnetic field that can influence people nearby. When someone experiences strong emotions, their heart's energy can synchronize with others, creating either a calming or stressful effect. 2. The nervous system's electric highways. Neuroscientists have identified microtubules within cells that conduct electricity, suggesting that human consciousness itself may be rooted in bioelectrical interactions rather than just chemical processes. 3. Energy healing and electrical conductivity. Studies on Reiki, Qigong, and other energy-based healing modalities reveal that trained practitioners can emit measurable infrared and electromagnetic signals from their hands, signals strong enough to influence biological tissues. 4. Bioelectric regeneration. Scientists at Tufts University have demonstrated that manipulating bioelectric fields can influence wound healing, tissue growth, and even limb regeneration in animals, suggesting that human energy control could extend far beyond what we currently understand. All of this points to one undeniable fact. Energy within the human body is real, measurable, and trainable. If this energy is so powerful, why do most people only access a small fraction of it? The answer lies in three key factors. 1. Lack of awareness. Most people are never taught about their internal energy, so they never learn how to feel, cultivate, or control it. 2. Energy blockages. Emotional trauma, chronic stress, and poor physical habits disrupt the body's natural energy flow, leading to sluggishness, mental fog, and even illness. 3. Misalignment of mind and body. The modern world conditions people to live disconnected from their bodies, trapped in mental overactivity, unaware of the deeper forces shaping their experience. But here's the good news. These limitations are entirely reversible. By understanding how energy moves within you, learning to detect its presence, and practicing techniques to remove blockages, you can unlock a level of vitality and power that most people never experience. The ancient traditions that spoke of internal energy also provided detailed maps of how it flows through the body. Modern science is now beginning to confirm these pathways. The meridian system, traditional Chinese medicine. Thousands of years ago, Chinese healers identified a network of meridians, channels through which qi flows. Acupuncture works by stimulating these points, restoring balance to the body's energy. The chakra system, Indian yogic science. Yogic traditions describe 7 major energy centers along the spine, each responsible for different aspects of physical, emotional, and spiritual health. The bioelectric network, Western science. Recent studies show that the body's connective tissue, fascia, acts as a conductor for electrical signals, mirroring the pathways described in ancient texts. These systems aren't just metaphorical. They align with nerve clusters, blood vessels, and electromagnetic activity already mapped by modern medicine. This means that whether you approach internal energy through ancient wisdom or modern science, the conclusions remain the same. It is real and it is trainable. Now that you understand the science behind internal energy, the next step is learning to sense it within yourself. Most people go their entire lives without ever consciously feeling their internal energy. But once you do, once you recognize that it's always been there, waiting, you will never see yourself the same way again. Next, you will experience it for yourself. You will go beyond theory and directly tap into your own energy field, learning how to recognize and enhance its presence. Because the truth is, your energy is not just a concept. It is the foundation of your power. And it's time to reclaim it. Power remains useless if you don't know how to feel it. Right now, internal energy flows through you in ways you've never fully noticed. It influences your emotions, physical sensations, and even the way people perceive you. But without awareness, this force remains an untapped resource, operating beneath the surface, shaping your experience without your control. Before this energy can be directed, amplified, or manipulated, it must first be recognized. Most people overlook it because they expect something dramatic, flashes of light, overwhelming heat, or supernatural phenomena. But the truth is, internal energy speaks in subtler ways. The tingling in your fingertips, the sudden warmth in your palms, the shift in sensation when you focus on different parts of your body. All of these are signs of energy at work. To master this force, the first step is learning to detect it. And the moment you do, your entire relationship with your body will transform. If this energy is always present, why do so few notice it? The answer lies in conditioning. From birth, the mind is trained to prioritize external stimuli. Every day, the senses are bombarded with information. Screens flashing, voices talking, physical sensations pulling attention outward. Over time, this constant distraction dulls internal awareness, cutting people off from their own energy. There are 3 primary reasons why energy sensitivity remains undeveloped. 1. Mental noise. The average person's mind is cluttered with endless thoughts, worries, and distractions. This internal chatter drowns out the subtle sensations of energy flow. 2. Tension and blockages. Stress, fear, and emotional suppression create tension in the body, restricting energy movement. When energy stagnates, sensitivity diminishes. 3. Lack of direct experience. Because energy is rarely discussed in everyday life, most people never take the time to explore it. Without deliberate focus, sensitivity never develops. Fortunately, all of these barriers can be reversed. With the right techniques, energy awareness can be reawakened quickly, and once it is, the ability to manipulate it follows naturally. Throughout history, various traditions have identified key points in the body where energy is most concentrated. These are often referred to as energy centers, chakras, or meridian points. While the terminology may differ, the underlying truth remains the same. These areas act as power hubs, directing the flow of energy throughout the system. To begin tuning into your energy, start with the 3 core centers. 1. The lower energy center, Dan-Tian/Hara. Located a few inches below the navel, this center is the foundation of physical energy, strength, and vitality. When activated, it creates a deep sense of stability and grounding. 2. The middle energy center, heart center. Positioned in the chest, this center governs emotional energy and the ability to project presence. A strong heart center amplifies influence, allowing energy to extend beyond the body. 3. The upper energy center, third eye/forehead point. Found between the eyebrows, this center enhances perception, intuition, and focus. Training this area sharpens awareness, making subtle energy shifts more noticeable. Developing sensitivity to these centers is key to unlocking full energetic control. The process begins with simple but powerful awareness techniques. One of the fastest ways to feel internal energy is through the hands. The fingertips and palms contain an extremely high concentration of nerve endings, making them highly responsive to bioelectric activity. This makes them ideal tools for energy detection. Exercise, activating energy sensitivity in the hands. 1. Rub your palms together for 10 to 15 seconds. This stimulates circulation and activates nerve endings, priming them for energy detection. 2. Slowly separate your hands, keeping them a few inches apart. Pay attention to the space between them. Notice any changes in temperature, pressure, or tingling sensations. 3. Gently bring them closer together, then pull them apart again. You may begin to feel a magnetic-like resistance between your palms. If not, continue focusing. Sometimes it takes a moment for awareness to adjust. This simple practice opens the door to deeper energy sensitivity. With repetition, the sensations become clearer, and over time, this awareness extends beyond the hands to the rest of the body. Once sensitivity develops in the hands, the next step is expanding awareness throughout the body. This requires training the mind to focus inward, redirecting attention from external distractions to internal sensations. Guided awareness technique. 1. Close your eyes and bring attention to your feet. Notice any warmth, tingling, or subtle vibrations. 2. Slowly shift awareness upward, scanning through the legs, torso, and arms. Spend a few moments focusing on each area before moving on. 3. When reaching the chest and head, notice any pulsing sensations. These signals indicate natural energy activity. By repeatedly practicing this internal scan, energy awareness strengthens. Eventually, energy flow becomes as noticeable as any physical sensation, making it easier to manipulate and direct. For energy to flow freely, blockages must be cleared. Stagnant energy builds up due to stress, emotional suppression, or physical tension. These blockages not only limit sensitivity but also create fatigue, sluggishness, and mental fog. Methods to release blocked energy. 1. Deep breathing. A slow, controlled breathing increases oxygen flow, allowing energy to circulate more freely. 2. Tension release. Deliberately relaxing muscles removes physical restrictions on energy movement. 3. Vibration techniques. A humming or using specific sound frequencies can break up stagnation within energy pathways. By consistently practicing these techniques, sensitivity increases, and the ability to manipulate energy strengthens. Internal energy is only one aspect of the equation. Just as you have an energy field, everything around you does as well. Learning to sense these external fields deepens awareness and enhances control. Exercise. Feeling the energy of a room. 1. Walk into a new space and pause for a moment. Before focusing on any details, take note of how the environment feels. 2. Observe any subtle shifts in pressure, warmth, or sensation. And notice how different places carry distinct energetic qualities. 3. Test this in different settings. Try comparing a crowded space to an empty one, or a natural environment to an artificial one. With practice, this skill develops into a powerful tool, allowing greater awareness of both personal energy and the unseen forces at play in any situation. Energy cannot be controlled if it remains unnoticed. The key to unlocking deeper abilities lies in sharpening perception, learning to feel what has always been present. The more attention given to internal energy, the stronger it becomes. With sensitivity comes control, and with control comes power. This is the foundation upon which all advanced techniques are built. Mastering this awareness is not just about energy, it's about reclaiming the connection between mind and body. And once that connection is restored, the ability to harness and direct energy becomes second nature. Recognizing energy is only the first step. Awareness alone won't grant control. It's like sensing an untapped power source but never switching it on. Activation is what separates those who merely notice energy from those who command it. Throughout history, secretive traditions have passed down powerful methods for awakening internal energy, but most of these techniques have remained hidden from the public. Why? Because true energy activation grants an unmistakable presence, an aura of influence, and a physical power that defies normal limits. When mastered, these techniques increase endurance, heighten perception, and unlock a vitality most people never experience. Today, these once-guarded methods are available to those willing to practice. The exercises ahead will take raw, dormant energy and transform it into something usable, something that can be shaped, amplified, and projected. And once the activation process begins, the body will never feel the same again. Energy doesn't activate by accident. It follows specific principles, and without proper technique, progress remains slow or non-existent. The most common mistakes include 1. Shallow breathing without deep, intentional breathwork. Energy remains weak and scattered. 2. Lack of focus. The mind directs energy. Without precision, power leaks instead of concentrating. 3. Inconsistent practice. Energy activation is cumulative. Sporadic attempts yield little to no results. Each method covered in this section directly counteracts these obstacles. When combined, they create a system that forces energy into an awakened state, making it impossible to ignore. Breath is the single most powerful tool for activating energy. Every ancient tradition has recognized this, from yogic pranayama to Taoist breath cultivation. The difference between a sluggish, passive energy system and an electrified, vibrant one comes down to how breath is controlled. Method 1. The fire breath activation. This technique rapidly awakens energy by forcing oxygen deep into the system, shaking off stagnation, and creating a powerful internal charge. 1. Take a deep inhale through the nose, expanding the belly. 2. Exhale forcefully through the nose, pulling the belly inward. 3. Repeat rapidly, maintaining a strong rhythm. 4. After 30 breaths, take a deep inhale, hold, and press the tongue to the roof of the mouth. 5. Exhale slowly and notice the internal buzzing sensation. Within minutes, an unmistakable surge of energy spreads through the body. The longer this practice is sustained, the stronger the activation. Method 2. Wave breathing. Unlike fire breath, which rapidly ignites energy, wave breathing works by building energy flow in a steady, controlled way. 1. Inhale deeply, imagining energy rising from the base of the spine to the top of the head. 2. Hold the breath for a moment while visualizing energy expanding outward. 3. Exhale slowly, guiding energy back down to the lower energy center. 4. Repeat for several minutes, allowing the sensation to intensify. With time, this breath technique creates a strong circulating energy field, amplifying both sensitivity and control. Breath alone activates energy, but movement spreads it. When combined, they create an internal power that moves like a current through the entire body. Method 1. Spinal wave activation. This technique stimulates the flow of energy along the spine, the main pathway for internal power. 1. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart. 2. Gently roll the spine forward, starting from the head and moving downward. 3. Reverse the motion, lifting the head and rolling the spine back up. 4. Coordinate this movement with slow, controlled breathing. As the spine loosens and energy circulation improves, the body will feel more charged and responsive. Method 2. Energy palm flow. This method awakens energy in the hands and arms, making energy control easier. 1. Raise the hands in front of the chest, palms facing each other. 2. Slowly move them in circular motions, maintaining focus on the space between them. 3. Adjust speed and intensity while observing changes in sensation. 4. Over time, increase the distance and test the sensation from farther apart. This exercise sharpens sensitivity and primes the body for more advanced techniques. Sound is another powerful activator. Specific vibrations influence energy flow and can be used to unlock energy centers. Method 1. Vocal resonance activation. Each energy center in the body responds to certain frequencies. By using the voice as a tool, these centers can be activated directly. 1. Take a deep breath and exhale while producing a deep, vibrating OM sound. 2. Focus on where the vibration is felt in the body. 3. Repeat the process with different tones, shifting attention to different energy centers. Over time, this method creates an undeniable energetic presence, increasing power with every session. Even with breath, movement, and vibration, energy remains scattered unless the mind controls it. Focus is the final key in turning activation into mastery. Method 1. The energy sphere technique. This practice teaches the mind to gather and direct energy into a concentrated form. 1. Close your eyes and visualize a glowing sphere of energy between your hands. 2. Feel the warmth and resistance, as if holding something real. 3. Slowly expand and contract the sphere, noticing changes in intensity. 4. Over time, practice moving the sphere to different parts of the body. Mastering this technique unlocks the ability to shape energy at will. Each technique covered so far serves a purpose. But true energy activation happens when they are combined into a structured routine. Daily 10-minute energy activation practice. 1. Start with fire breath activation, 1 minute. Wake up the energy system. 2. Move into spinal wave activation, 2 minutes. Spread the energy through the body. 3. Use energy palm flow, 2 minutes. Sharpen hand sensitivity. 4. Practice vocal resonance activation, 2 minutes. Open energy centers. 5. End with energy sphere technique, 3 minutes. Train control and amplification. By following this sequence, energy activation becomes automatic. With regular practice, the body will hold more energy than ever before, leading to enhanced power, clarity, and resilience. Energy awareness was the first step. Activation is the turning point. Once the body is fully charged, deeper levels of control become possible. Sensations become more intense, energy movements become clearer, and what was once an abstract concept turns into a direct, physical experience. When the techniques in this section are practiced consistently, the effects become impossible to ignore. Internal power no longer remains a passive force. It becomes something that can be shaped, amplified, and eventually projected outward. And once that happens, true mastery begins. Activation opens the gates of internal energy, but without structure, that power remains chaotic, surging without direction, dissipating before it can be harnessed. True mastery begins when energy is no longer something you feel but something you control. Manipulation transforms energy from a passive current into a focused tool, capable of influencing both body and environment. This is where the unseen force within you becomes tangible. Every movement, every thought, every breath can serve as a mechanism to gather, direct, and amplify energy. With the right frameworks, energy manipulation becomes a system, one that can generate strength, enhance perception, and reshape the way reality responds to your presence. The following methods are not abstract concepts. They are practical systems refined by those who understood that true power comes not from having energy, but from mastering its flow. Energy naturally diffuses through the entire body, but concentrated energy is what grants heightened abilities. Directing energy into a single point amplifies strength, sensitivity, and even physical endurance. Method 1. The one-point focus. 1. Stand still and take several slow breaths, gathering energy through wave breathing. 2. Choose a single body part, the hands, the feet, or the solar plexus. 3. Bring full mental focus to that point, visualizing energy pooling beneath the surface. 4. With each breath, imagine the energy becoming denser, as if pressure is building inside. 5. Hold attention on that point for several minutes, noticing any sensations of heat, tingling, or heaviness. With practice, this technique strengthens the mind's ability to anchor energy into specific regions, unlocking new levels of physical performance and sensory awareness. Method 2. Pulsing energy concentration. 1. Select a target point such as the palms or abdomen. 2. Inhale deeply, feeling energy gather in the chosen area. 3. On each exhale, visualize the energy expanding outward, then snapping back into the center like a pulse. 4. Repeat this rhythm for several cycles, amplifying intensity with each breath. This method sharpens both concentration and energy density, creating tangible sensations of power localized in a single area. Once energy can be concentrated internally, the next step is pushing that force outward, extending energy beyond the limits of the body. This ability marks the true shift from internal awareness to external influence. Method 1. The energy sphere projection. 1. Generate a concentrated energy sphere between the hands using the energy sphere technique. 2. Slowly extend the sphere outward, imagining it expanding several feet beyond the body. 3. Hold focus on the sensation of the sphere, maintaining its presence at a distance. 4. Gradually move the hands, testing if the sphere remains intact even without physical contact. With consistent practice, this method builds the ability to project energy fields into the environment, affecting the space around you without any visible action. Method 2. Breath-powered energy projection. 1. Concentrate energy into the hands or heart center. 2. Take a deep inhale, feeling the energy compress into a dense field. 3. Exhale sharply, visualizing the energy surging outward like a wave. 4. Test this method by projecting energy toward objects or spaces, noticing any subtle shifts in sensation. This method is often used in advanced energy practices for creating protective fields or influencing external environments. Emotions are one of the most potent energy sources within the human system. Yet most people allow emotions to control them rather than harnessing their raw potential. Every emotion carries its own unique frequency, and with the right techniques, these frequencies can be converted into power. Method 1. Emotional compression technique. 1. Bring awareness to any strong emotion, whether positive or negative. 2. Locate where the emotion is felt in the body. 3. Inhale deeply, imagining the emotion being compressed into a dense ball of energy. 4. On each exhale, visualize the energy becoming smaller, denser, and more powerful. 5. Once fully compressed, direct this energy into a target point within the body or project it outward. This technique turns emotional intensity into a direct power source, transforming anger, fear, or passion into concentrated energy. Method 2. The energy alchemy process. 1. Identify an unwanted emotion like fear or anxiety. 2. Focus on the physical sensation of the emotion rather than the thoughts behind it. 3. Imagine the emotion dissolving into raw, neutral energy. 4. With each breath, guide this energy toward the lower energy center, converting it into strength and vitality. Mastering this process creates emotional resilience, ensuring that no internal state ever goes to waste. Balancing internal energy is essential for long-term mastery. Energy grounding stabilizes and protects the system, while energy expansion increases power and influence. Both are necessary, but each serves a different purpose. Grounding technique. Root lock activation. 1. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart, knees slightly bent. 2. Visualize energy sinking into the earth through the feet. 3. Gently contract the pelvic muscles while holding breath, anchoring energy into the lower energy center. 4. Release and repeat for several cycles. Grounding stabilizes excess energy, preventing mental fog or physical exhaustion. Expansion technique. Energy bloom method. 1. Sit comfortably with the spine straight. 2. Focus on the heart center, imagining energy radiating outward in all directions. 3. With each inhale, expand the field larger. 4. With each exhale, feel the energy becoming more vibrant and powerful. Expansion methods increase presence and amplify the energy field, making external projection easier. The highest level of energy manipulation involves creating intentional energy structures, fields, spheres, or waves programmed with specific outcomes. Method 1. Thought form creation. 1. Concentrate energy into the hands or third eye. 2. Visualize the energy forming a shape, a sphere, line, or geometric pattern. 3. Assign an intention to the energy, healing, protection, or influence. 4. Hold focus until the energy takes on a distinct presence. Advanced practitioners use this method to embed thought into energy, creating invisible tools that influence both mind and environment. Manipulating energy is not about random experimentation. It's about applying precise frameworks that yield consistent results. With these methods, energy becomes more than a fleeting sensation. It becomes a force that can be directed, stored, and projected at will. Every technique builds on the one before it, transforming the body into a living battery of controlled power. The more these methods are practiced, the stronger the current becomes, and the more influence you gain over both internal states and the external world. Control follows awareness. Mastery follows control. And with every session, the boundary between mind, body, and energy begins to dissolve, revealing the hidden architecture of reality itself. Manipulation without application is wasted power. After unlocking control over internal energy, the next step is using it in ways that create tangible benefits. Strength, endurance, healing, mental clarity. Energy is the foundation of all these abilities. Those who understand how to apply it can sharpen their physical and mental edge far beyond ordinary limits. This is where the abstract becomes real. The moment energy shifts from a concept into a tool, the way you interact with the world transforms. Movements become more powerful, thoughts become sharper, and the body regenerates faster. With the right methods, internal energy becomes the ultimate force multiplier, enhancing every aspect of performance. Most people rely purely on muscle strength and endurance, completely unaware that energy can reinforce both. Athletes who unknowingly tap into internal energy often outperform their peers without realizing why. The difference is not just physical conditioning but an underlying force fueling their movements. Method 1. Energy-infused strength activation. 1. Stand in a neutral position and focus on the lower energy center. 2. Take a deep breath, feeling energy gather in the core. 3. As you exhale, visualize the energy flowing into the target muscles, arms, legs, back. 4. Engage the muscles and notice any changes in tension, power, or explosiveness. When energy is consciously directed into muscle fibers, physical force increases. Over time, this method can enhance strength output beyond natural limits. Method 2. Endurance extension through energy circulation. 1. Begin a physical activity, running, lifting, or any sustained movement. 2. Instead of focusing on muscle fatigue, shift awareness to the energy flow within the body. 3. With each breath, visualize energy moving in a circular pattern, traveling up the spine, down the arms, into the legs, and returning to the core. 4. Maintain the energy loop, preventing exhaustion by ensuring a continuous flow. By shifting awareness from fatigue to energy circulation, endurance increases dramatically. The body learns to draw from internal reserves instead of burning out prematurely. The body is constantly regenerating, but the speed of recovery depends on energy flow. Disruptions cause stagnation, slowing the healing process. Those who understand how to direct energy can reduce recovery time and enhance cellular repair. Method 1. Targeted energy healing. 1. Place hands over the area needing healing, muscle soreness, injury, or fatigue. 2. Take slow, deep breaths, feeling energy pool beneath the hands. 3. On each inhale, draw energy from the surrounding area toward the affected spot. 4. On each exhale, visualize the energy infusing the cells, accelerating recovery. Practitioners who use this method consistently report faster healing times and reduced inflammation. Method 2. Energy-based pain reduction. 1. Locate the pain and observe it without resistance. 2. Instead of focusing on discomfort, shift awareness to the energy surrounding the area. 3. Visualize the energy softening, dispersing tension, and restoring balance. 4. With each breath, let the pain dissolve into the larger energy system of the body. Pain is often a signal of blocked energy. When flow is restored, discomfort fades. This technique allows the body to override pain responses naturally. The mind is an energy processing system. Clarity, focus, and intelligence all depend on how efficiently energy moves through neural pathways. Disruptions lead to fogginess and poor decision-making, while aligned energy creates enhanced cognitive function. Method 1. Mental energy alignment. 1. Sit in an upright position and bring attention to the head. 2. Take a slow inhale, feeling energy rise from the base of the spine to the forehead. 3. On the exhale, direct energy toward the brain, clearing mental clutter. 4. Repeat this process for several minutes, noticing an increase in clarity and alertness. This method activates the brain's natural electrical efficiency, improving problem-solving, memory, and focus. Method 2. Cognitive energy surge. 1. Before engaging in a mentally demanding task, place fingertips on the temples. 2. Inhale deeply, feeling a surge of energy entering the brain. 3. Hold the breath briefly while mentally setting an intention for heightened awareness. 4. Exhale sharply, visualizing mental fog being expelled. This rapid technique boosts mental processing speed and cognitive endurance, making it ideal for high-pressure situations. Energy fluctuations directly influence emotions. Stress, anxiety, and fear often result from energy imbalances rather than external circumstances. By learning to regulate energy, emotional resilience becomes second nature. Method 1. Emotional energy balancing. 1. Identify the emotional state currently dominating your energy field. 2. Inhale deeply, gathering energy from the surrounding space. 3. Exhale, imagining the emotion dispersing like mist, leaving behind a neutral state. 4. Repeat until emotional equilibrium is restored. This method allows energy to reset emotional frequencies, preventing mood swings and mental fatigue. Method 2. Protective energy shielding. 1. Stand with feet firmly planted, spine straight. 2. Visualize a strong, stable energy field forming around the body. 3. With each breath, reinforce the shield, making it impenetrable to external negativity. 4. Maintain awareness of the shield, ensuring outside influences do not disrupt internal stability. By consciously maintaining a protective energy field, external stressors lose their impact, creating an unshakable emotional foundation. Mastering energy application means more than just improving individual abilities. It means rewriting how reality interacts with you. Every skill, every movement, every thought becomes infused with a force that others cannot see but unmistakably feel. This is not just about self-improvement. It is about unlocking an entirely new way of operating in the world. Those who apply these methods will notice increased physical power with less exertion, faster recovery, making injuries less limiting, a sharper, more resilient mind that operates without mental clutter, an emotional state that remains calm and unshaken even in chaos. Energy is not a vague concept. It is the foundation of every action, thought, and emotion. Those who fail to apply it remain bound by the same limitations that govern the average person. But those who do will operate on an entirely different level, experiencing life with clarity, control, and an undeniable force of presence. Energy awareness, activation, and application have already placed you ahead of most. But there's another level, one that goes beyond simply using internal energy and into full-spectrum mastery. This is the stage where energy becomes an extension of thought itself, allowing near-limitless refinement. Those who reach this stage don't just control energy. They merge with it, using it as a tool for power, preservation, and transformation. Mastering energy at this level means no longer being drained by daily life, external negativity, or physical strain. Instead, energy becomes self-replenishing, creating an internal system that remains powerful no matter the circumstances. At this level, even the surrounding environment becomes an energy resource, fueling the body and mind in ways most never experience. Basic energy techniques often focus on a single point of activation: lower energy centers for endurance, middle centers for emotional balance, upper centers for mental clarity. But the most powerful results come from combining multiple centers simultaneously, creating a harmonized force that fuels every aspect of existence. Method 1. Full-spectrum energy synchronization. 1. Sit in a stable position, aligning the spine straight. 2. Bring awareness to the lower energy center, feeling warmth and stability. 3. Shift focus upward to the heart center, blending the warmth with emotional balance. 4. Finally, direct awareness to the upper center, merging it with mental clarity. 5. Hold all three activations at once, experiencing full-body synergy. This method removes internal resistance, allowing energy to flow at peak efficiency across all levels of existence. Method 2. Amplified power surges. 1. Activate the lower energy center, generating strong internal force. 2. Hold this energy and transfer it up the spine in a controlled motion. 3. At the heart center, pause, letting the energy expand outward. 4. Continue to the upper center, feeling the energy intensify in mental clarity. 5. On the final exhale, direct the energy back through the body, sealing the activation. This method enhances physical power, emotional stability, and mental performance simultaneously, unlocking hidden reserves of energy. Most people experience energy as a limited resource, something that gets drained throughout the day. But advanced practitioners recognize that energy is not lost, only mismanaged. By refining how energy flows, it can be cycled continuously, providing sustained power without exhaustion. Method 1. The infinite loop technique. 1. Inhale, feeling energy rise from the earth into the lower energy center. 2. Hold briefly, circulating the energy through the spine and into the head. 3. Exhale, sending the energy back down through the body, returning it to the earth. 4. Repeat, ensuring the cycle remains smooth and uninterrupted. When done correctly, this method creates a closed-loop system, preventing energy from being lost or wasted. Method 2. External energy absorption. 1. Stand outside in a natural environment, feeling the surrounding energy. 2. Take a deep inhale, absorbing external energy into the body. 3. Hold briefly, allowing the energy to integrate with internal reserves. 4. Exhale, sealing the energy within, preventing unnecessary loss. This technique eliminates reliance on internal reserves alone, drawing from the limitless energy of the environment. Energy fields are not isolated. They interact constantly with the surrounding environment. Certain locations, objects, and even people can drain or enhance energy. Understanding how to protect and strengthen energy fields is crucial at this level. Method 1. Defensive energy shielding. 1. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart, feeling grounded. 2. Visualize a protective field expanding outward from the core. 3. With each breath, reinforce the shield, ensuring it remains stable. 4. Maintain awareness of the shield, preventing external energy from breaching it. This technique creates an impenetrable barrier against energy-draining influences. Method 2. Energy purification. 1. Sit in a still position, sensing any lingering energy disruptions. 2. Visualize a stream of pure energy washing through the body, clearing stagnation. 3. Breathe deeply, expelling any unwanted energy from the system. 4. Seal the purification by reinforcing the internal energy field. This method eliminates residual negativity, ensuring energy remains at peak efficiency. Reaching this level comes with obstacles, some physical, others psychological. Knowing how to overcome energy resistance ensures progress remains uninterrupted. Obstacle 1. Energy blockages and resistance. Symptoms. Energy feels stuck. Certain areas of the body remain unresponsive. A solution. Apply targeted breath work to affected areas, forcing energy movement. Obstacle 2. Mental overload and energy disruptions. Symptoms. Excessive thoughts, difficulty maintaining energy focus. A solution. Perform mental clearing exercises before engaging in energy work. Obstacle 3. Environmental energy drain. Symptoms. Fatigue, sudden loss of energy in certain places. A solution. Strengthen shielding techniques, reinforcing personal energy fields. Mastering internal energy does not happen overnight, but those who commit will experience radical shifts over time. First month, initial adjustments, and noticing energy flow for the first time, experiencing increased physical and mental endurance. 3 months. Established energy control. Effortless activation of energy on demand. A stronger emotional stability and resilience. 6 months. Enhanced manipulation capabilities. Projecting and directing energy beyond the body. Influencing external energy fields with precision. 1 year, full spectrum mastery. Energy is no longer something used, it is an extension of self. Ability to sustain high-level energy states indefinitely. At this stage, energy is no longer an experiment. It is a living force operating at full capacity. Movements, thoughts, and emotions become aligned with an unbreakable internal power. The body no longer fatigues in the same way. Mental clarity remains intact, unaffected by external chaos. Emotional turbulence fades, replaced by unshakable stability. This is the level where reality bends to energy control, where the practitioner no longer asks if energy is real, but instead asks how far it can be pushed. And for those who reach this stage, the possibilities are limitless. Everything has led to this moment. From uncovering the scientific reality of internal energy to awakening dormant forces within, activating core techniques, and finally reaching the pinnacle of energy mastery. What once seemed abstract is now tangible. What once felt impossible is now within reach. At this point, the path forward is clear. Those who simply watch will remain unchanged, stuck in the same limitations as before. But those who apply will experience a transformation so profound that it rewires the way they move, think, and exist. This is not just about learning techniques. It's about rewriting the very nature of reality through energy control. Every step of this process has built toward full mastery. Let's reinforce the key stages that unlocked this power. Energy awareness. Developing the ability to sense and control internal energy rather than allowing it to go unnoticed. The energy activation, applying breath, movement, and focus to ignite dormant reserves of internal force. A energy manipulation, directing, amplifying, and expanding energy, using it as a tool for enhanced physical and mental performance. The energy application, integrating these techniques into everyday life to sharpen perception, increase strength, and accelerate healing. The advanced mastery, creating a self-sustaining energy system, no longer bound by exhaustion or external limitations. By following this progression, anyone can move beyond passive existence into active control, shaping their internal and external world at will. Many believe that power is something external, something given, taken, or dictated by outside forces. But real power has always been internal. Those who grasp this truth can no longer be manipulated by circumstances, stress, or the limitations imposed by others. Mastering internal energy means never being at the mercy of exhaustion again. Never feeling mentally clouded, emotionally unstable, or physically drained without a way to override those conditions instantly. But knowledge alone changes nothing. Implementation is the key. This is why a clear action plan is essential for solidifying energy control into something unshakable and automatic. To ensure that every viewer moves from knowledge to direct experience, a 7-day challenge has been designed. This challenge distills everything covered into an easy-to-follow format that guarantees results. Each day will focus on one fundamental aspect of energy manipulation, guiding participants toward permanent energetic shifts. Day 1. Energy sensitization. Locate, feel, and identify the flow of internal energy. Develop the ability to detect subtle energy shifts in real time. Day 2. Energy amplification. Activate dormant reserves and increase personal energy output. Establish a strong baseline that prevents energy crashes. Day 3. Energy direction. Learn how to consciously guide energy to specific areas of the body. Enhance physical endurance, mental clarity, and emotional resilience. Day 4. Energy projection. Expand energy fields outward, affecting objects, environments, and others. Strengthen personal presence and enhance influence. Day 5. Energy absorption. Draw in energy from external sources for limitless replenishment. Avoid depletion by maintaining an open energy loop. Day 6. Energy shielding. Prevent energy leaks and block negative external influences. Maintain control over internal energy fields regardless of surroundings. Day 7. Full integration. Unify all techniques into a single, powerful energy system. Lock in the ability to shift energy states on demand. At the end of these 7 days, a clear shift will be undeniable. Energy will no longer feel like something abstract or uncontrollable. It will be a force that can be activated, directed, and amplified at will. And for those who complete the challenge and share their results, a special opportunity awaits. Mastering energy is a journey, and for those ready to go beyond the basics, access to advanced training is being made available. This is not for casual observers. It is for those who want to unlock higher-level energy techniques kept hidden for generations. Gain direct mentorship for refining and enhancing their power. Access a private network of individuals actively using energy for transformation. Right now, a choice exists. Continue as before, letting energy remain unconscious, uncontrolled, and unused, or step into a level of mastery that very few ever reach. Energy awareness, activation, and manipulation are no longer theories. The power is real. The techniques are proven, and the path is open. The only thing left to ask is, will you take the next step?